how about I make us a fiber-filled recipe, and there's no cooking involved.
Oh, that's great. And it's going to have at least 2 of your 3 favorite F words in it, right?
Yes, it is flavorful.
and it's
going to have a lot of fiber in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
let's get cooking. We're not going to be, let's get mixing.
Yeah.
Then. How about that?
Yeah, let's get preparing.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I am going to glove up because I don't even use any equipment, any like blenders
For your
or
hands, there's
any of that.
equipment.
Well, right. But so I don't, there's nothing to plug in, there's nothing to take out of your cabinets, nothing like that. And it's a no cook, so check. This is my chickpea chicken salad.
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh, I have another girlfriend, who every time I see her, she just, because I've given it to her so many times, she just expects it.
Yeah,
like
like a housewarming gift.
Yes,
Right.
Okay, so we're going to add in, this is 2 cans of chickpeas. I've just drained and rinsed them.
Right. So chickpeas, by the way, legumes in general, beans, lentils, that's really your fiber powerhouse foods, right? That's by far the best source of fiber. And guess what they have? They have protein, they have cancer-fighting phytonutrients, on and on. So beans and lentils really are the mainstay of maintaining a high-fiber diet.
And if you're starting to use beans, if you're starting to add more into your diet, you want to start with like a lentil probably, or a black bean, because those have the very thin skins. Right.
Because some people will, when they start to introduce more fiber into the diet, they oftentimes will get some bloating and such. And they blame it on the beans, and it is the beans indirectly, but actually what's happening is it's back to this gut microbiome problem, right? When we don't have the right gut microbiome to digest the what are called oligosaccharides, the sugars that are present in the beans, they get passed down to the colon, or they actually get fermented. And imagine, if you've ever seen beer, whatever, it all bubbles up.
Sure,
right? So that's what's happening in your gut. So that's where the gas and the bloating comes from. So, rinsing your beans, using thinner skin beans, because it's the skin where some of these oligosaccharides, these sugars are. There are some commercial products like Beano that you can use. And then you have a great fiber formula on your website that helps people kind of slowly introduce fiber into their diet. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so first, one thing I do want to just mention is that so many people, as do you, love chickpeas.
Right.
So it's not something, they are pretty dense, but this is one way, this is a really good way to introduce chickpeas, which is a denser bean, right? And you can do what I'm doing. You can make a hummus, right? Which is
so you're pre-digesting.
I'm pre-digesting these with my hands, so my gut's not doing so much work.
Right, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So first, we will get to the fiber formula in just 2 seconds, but I want to get back to our recipe. I have added, just to pull everything together, some tahini, and that is ground sesame seeds.
Right, exactly.
So I'm going to have you help me. If you will please add in all of our celery.
All right.
So there's going to be a lot of texture here.
Yeah.
And then some red onion. And then also all of the walnuts.
Yeah. Another great source of fiber, by the way.
Yes. And then if you want to add in, I'm going to have you, actually I'm just going to take off one glove because now I can actually help you out here. If you will unscrew that. Now this is dill relish. You can use dill relish, or if you don't have that at home, you can just chop up some pickles.
Yeah, just one?
Oh no. Come on, brother. Let's go.
All right, there we go. How about that?
Yeah. So we're just going to mix all of this up.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add a heavy, I guess it's just a healthy bit of salt.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we need a
little ground red black pepper.
Black pepper, yeah. Lots of that. I think that,
kale, baby.
Kale, yeah.
It says it right here on the pepper grinder.
So the fiber formula is just real easy, and we have a link to it below in the show notes. And it's just a really great way to help somebody add more fiber into their diet very gently, week by week.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, if you decided you wanted to run a marathon, you wouldn't go out and run 20 miles the first day, right?
That's right.
So you have to train your body to get used to that, right? So it's kind of the same thing with fiber, right? If you're trying to get your fiber intake to 50 grams or 40 grams and you're only taking in 15, adding 30 extra grams of fiber the first day is kind of like we're going and running that 20 miles, right? Yeah.
It's
so
too
you
much.
want to train your gut just
That's
like
right.
we train our muscles when we exercise. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, because you want to do it. Your brain's there.
Right.
But your gut has not
hadn't
received
got
the
caught
memo
up with
yet.
it. Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one,
Yeah.
and you're going to take that one.
All right.
Now, as with most things, this is going to be a little bit better the next day,
Right.
or after it chills down and all the flavors have a chance to marry and then
Right.
come
But
together.
You could like get a high fiber sprouted grain bread and bake a
Oh, gosh,
sandwich.
yes,
Or you could just have it
yes.
like this as a snack.
So this is one thing that I like to have in the refrigerator if
All
I
the-
come home from work, or you're hangry.
Right,
you
sure,
know?
sure.
So this really, really fits the bill. Okay.
All right,
So
cheers.
cheers.
So good.
You're great.
It's amazing.